All right, you have your ball handy, shoulder rolls up, back and down. Add the elbows, big arms, take a little step out, give yourself a little side to side movement. And then we're gonna swing those arms. In a moment, we're gonna take 2 steps to the left and 4, 3, here you go. We're gonna stay here this time, step touch, hands to your hips. Give me a little bicep curl, arms in front. Use a little isometric squeeze, get a little extra work. Keep that going, and then turn that into a toe touch in front. Then flip your hands down and press back and down. Tricep and a little bit of rear deltoid. And then add the knee lift. Up and over you go. Little angle. In a moment, we'll stay on the left in double time in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Last 2, last 1, step touch. And we're gonna take 2 to the right in 4, 3, and 2, and go. Stay here this time. Give me that bicep curl and toe in front. Flip those arms down, tricep press. Keep the triceps going at your knee lift. Chest is nice and open. And then bring those arms up to a kind of a little bit of a rowing motion, then overhead, and then up and over we go with a little rotation. We'll double time and stay on the right in 4, 3, 2, here you go. And we step touch. We're gonna get those shoulders going again. And then we'll widen our stance, hands down on your thighs, squeeze those shoulder blades out of your ears, not your head, yes. Round into your cat, extend into your cow. And we roll and we extend. Good. Couple more here. Drop that right shoulder in, look up over your left. And then back through center, opposite shoulder drops. And back through center, side to side you go. Keep that going for me. Right. Oh, yeah. All right. And then we start moving that up. And we'll roll those shoulders out. All right. We're going to take that ball between our calves, give it a nice squeeze in, feet in parallel, abs in, grow tall through your spine, gently lower. Do your best not to slam those heels down at this point. Try and give me a little pause at the top. Good, 2 more. And this time we're gonna try and stay up, maybe bring your arms a little higher, hold for 4, squeeze the ball, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that ball up, you can grab hold of your chair, bring it between your thighs now. All your weight on your right leg, single leg calf raise. If you want, when you get to the top, you squeeze the leg in, get a little bit of adduction. That'll also mean you have to hold up there for a second. 2 more. We're going to stay up this time, up on those right tippy toes. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Beautiful. All right, other side. Weight on your left leg, right toes in the air, up and down you go. Again, trying to get a little pause at the top to squeeze in, a little pause at the top, squeeze in. And then we'll hold this one up, balance, squeeze, 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 and squeeze. All right, go ahead. You're going to turn your chair around. We'll be using the seat of the chair in just a second, but you're going to go ahead and lunge back with that right foot, lunge forward with the left knee, press that right heel down for a nice calf stretch. Make sure your booty's not sticking out. Bring it with you. Chest is lifted. Bend that back knee. Roll up on those toes. Toes go in, heel goes out. Bend that knee. Roll it up, toe out, heel in. And bend that knee. And now we'll switch it up. Right leg forward, lunge into it. Press back with that left heel. Feel that nice stretch. Bend the knee. Roll it up, toe out, heel in. And bend that knee. And roll it up, toe in, heel out, press. And bend. All right, so you can bring that ball between your ankles. You just want to move it out of the way of your chair, where we're going to go into our high plank position for tricep push-ups. So elbows graze your rib cage, abs in, spine as long and tall as you can get it, trying to move as a unit. And relax. Go ahead. You can bring your left arm across, let your right arm swing, open it up, reach to your right shoulder, let gravity help you get a little more stretch. And then right arm into the chair. Left arm swings, open it up, grab your shoulder. And then hands on that chair, roll through a cat. Inhale through a cow. From that cow position, go ahead and beautifully stand it up. Bring that ball between your thighs. Roll up on your tippy toes. Imagine you're coming down that imaginary wall. So your knees are going to come forward as you squeeze on the ball. And your tailbone is going to be long. And then press up. Really simple to start with. But give that ball a really good squeeze so we can help keep good form in our knees. Not overusing those tendons and ligaments. This time we're going to come down. We're going to stay in our best little position. We're going to squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze, 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 squeeze and hold. Go down 1 inch. Keep that squeeze, come up 1 inch. down and up, tiny move, teeny tiny. We should be burning out those quads, I'm hoping. And press down, woo, come up. We're gonna take a little quick stretch for those quads, left leg forward, right leg back, but tuck that hip under. Drop into it, right arm can come up, over and back. And then we'll switch it up, right leg forward, left leg behind, tuck it under, bend that knee, left arm up, over and behind. Beautiful. All right, let's bring that ball behind our right leg. We're gonna fly out in that long spine position. Left knee is bent, head between your arms, abs drawn in, squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball. Hamstring curl. Long flat back. Good. Keep the squeeze, lift the leg. Lift the leg. It's a small range of motion, going from even to a little above. And then we put those two together, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. Beautiful. Slide the chair back, stand tall, keep the ball where it is, knees together, give me just a pulsing hamstring curl. And make sure those thighs are touching. You're really gonna feel that one. And relax for a moment. Woo, ball in the chair, right leg in front, bend that left knee, send your tailbone back, again, flat back, and then roll the right toes up, roll them out on an angle, press down, lift them up, roll them in, a little bit for a stretch. Oh, bring that up. More on the left, right leg in a minute. Then now we go to that left leg, fall behind that left leg. Glide your chair out like you're flying, bend that right knee, long flat back, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball. Press the heel to the sky, press it up. Put those together, squeeze the ball and lift, squeeze and lift. And glide that back, knees side by side, thighs are touching. Squeeze the ball, pulsing, pulsing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Woo, that hamstring should be feeling that. Step out with your left leg, bend your right knee, flat back. Lift your toes up, roll them out, sort of duck-footed. And then back again, and then roll them internal rotation. And up we go. Fall back behind that right leg again. Knees together, spine tall, tailbone long. Flare that leg. Option to just open that right arm to the side, just get a little movement there. Good. This time you're going to come to the top, you're going to squeeze the ball, relax it down, lift it up, squeeze the ball, relax it down, up and squeeze, up and squeeze, up and squeeze. Two more. And relax. All right. Go ahead and let your right ankle cross the left thigh, tailbone out behind you, right foot flex, extend through that spine. And stand it up. And then weight on the right leg, fall behind that left one, abs in, flare that ball, that leg to the side. Arm matches. We add a squeeze at the top, lift it up, give it a squeeze, bring it down. Lift it up, squeeze. And relax. All right, this time the left ankle crosses the right, tailbone long. And bring it up. All right, ball back behind that right, so wait. Sorry. Wait. Yeah, sorry, okay, for real, behind that right leg. You're gonna bend that left knee and reach back in the air and stand up. Oops. Try not to knock your ball out of the way. As you do this, I'm staying sideways so you can make sure you're not pitching forward, right? You're just leaning back. Just two more like this. And we're gonna switch legs, same thing, ball behind the left leg. And you're doing your best to just kind of curtsy back, put your weight into that right leg, sit that tailbone back. Your upper body will hinge forward a little bit. We're just trying not to make it a fold in half like that. Almost there. All right, we're going back this time. Ball goes behind the left leg and in front of the right. Similar idea of where we're gonna be working, but a little different. Reach back with your right toes, stretch it back, really sit into that left one and stand up. Reach back and stand up. If you don't want the chair, you can just lift those arms. Relax one, reach it back, hold here, all your weight on your left leg, lift it up. And then roll the ball so it comes behind the right leg and in front of the left. You can start again with the chair till you kind of get your range of motion. And then if you want, you can bring those arms up as you reach back. Nail time. Two more. And relax. Woo! We're gonna take a moment, just relax all that. Wide stance, roll through a cat, inhale through a cow. Roll through a cat, inhale through a cow. We're gonna do a push-up and I'm gonna give you the option to bring that ball between your calves or your ankles. Again, it's gonna be a Pilates style push-up. So when you walk out, your hands are right underneath you, close together, so that when you bend your elbows, they pull backwards. Last time, push it back, bend those knees, bring that ball onto your thighs. Round through cat, inhale through cow, grab that ball, woo, lift it up. All right. We're gonna bring that ball right between both legs. Bend that right knee, stretch that left leg out, lift up, squeeze in, reach out, lift up, squeeze in. So as you squeeze in, you're doing your best. Keep that left foot in the air. Arms if you want. Last two. And all you do is shift right onto that left leg. Right toes point out, come in and squeeze. Point out, come in and squeeze. Arms if you want. And bring it up. All right, shake all that out. We're gonna head to the ground, but we're gonna be sitting up to start with. So as you come down, you're gonna sit up on that ball and we're gonna get those quads. So left leg can be out, you can have it up, you can hug it in, but you wanna be sitting tall on the ball. Make sure you're not rounded back. You don't wanna be able to see the ball, right? And then you may end up needing support with your hands. Keep that spine tall and that little bit of a hinge in your leg, not back here. And then lift that right leg off the ground, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, bring it in and out, in and out, in and out. Point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, bring it in and out, in and out, in and out. Point it, reach, extend, 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 and bring it down. Woo! Roll with that ball underneath your left hip. Take that right knee back till you feel a nice stretch. You can tuck that heel closer and then drop over onto the left elbow. Boy, that's nice. Arm up and over. Maybe open to the back. Maybe roll forward. Bring that arm down. Support yourself coming back up. Back into that stretch. And then finally, flip your legs around. Once again, you want to make sure that you're sitting nice and tall on that ball. Left leg is off to the side, lift it up, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, point it, flex it, bring it in and out, and in, out, in, out, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, in, out. Two more. And then leave it there, flex and press, and press, and press, and press, and press, and press. Woo, ball goes under your left glutes, right leg tucks behind you, trying to get the knee further back than the hip. You can bring that ankle close, and then drop onto your right shoulder, arm up. You can open to the back, overhead. You can bring it down and around, and then press yourself up. And then we'll use that ball for support for our roll down position. So that ball is going to come right behind your tailbone to help you stay and sit nice and tall. Hinge back just enough that you're on a beautiful angle. Make sure your head came with you, ears over shoulders, arms out into that T position. Maybe try cactus, maybe try a V, maybe try an I. Figure out which one's working best for you today. Lower the hands, exhale, come up without losing the ball. Hinge back a little bit. Do something with your arms on the inhale for extra intensity. Lower the hands, come up, inhale. Exhale back, keep those ribs pulled down. Extend through your spine, get longer. Even though your ribs and hips get closer together, you want your spine to be nice and long. And then relax. You're gonna pivot over, you're gonna put that ball underneath your waistline, then lay your legs out nice and long. And then bring your arm down, but not your elbow, right? Your bottom arm. So you should feel like, woo, a little bit of challenge. If your head feels uncomfortable, you can see if you can let it drop. You can play with where you want your head. And then that top leg, that top leg is gonna lift without you rolling off the ball. So just a simple leg lift up and down. Inhale up, exhale, flex down. Remember, your elbow's not resting on the ground. That means you have to kind of lift your whole body up with this. Keep that waistline lifted. Couple more here. Beautiful. Lift that leg up. See if you can take your top arm overhead, and we're in a flying sideways supported Superman. Press into the bottom hand. See if you can come up an inch. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, nice. All right, let's do that on the other side. So again, sideline, ball underneath your waist, bottom arm is stretched out, just the hand on the ground, not the elbow. Then find your long sideline position, top leg up and down. Woo! It might be easier on one side. Woo! Last two. Good, leave the leg up, top arm up and over, press over, and then see if you can lift a 1/4 inch higher. And relax all the way over onto your abs with that ball right underneath you. A little extension here, back of the neck is long. This brings us into pre-plank, so hands are apart. And then just lift yourself up off the ball. That should mean that your hips came off the ground, ribs are just barely touching that ball. And I can pretend like it's a pet ball. Love it, get off of it. Love it, get off of it. Tiny move here. It might look as if I'm moving through the shoulders, but I'm gonna want most of that work right in that rib cage area. We're staying in pre-plank for this. Try not to be hunched up. I think I'm a little hunched. Do your best to stay open. 2 and 1. We hope you felt those. We're taking a quick break. And then we're coming right back to it, but this time we're gonna roll onto the tops of our thighs. Keep everything really quiet, but give me the smallest side-to-side movement. And this time, I'm not pushing down on that ball, but I'm just barely moving it. And then we'll rest in resting position, shell stretch. By the way, sorry, I didn't say that. You could have stayed in that first pre-plank. Yeah, now I tell you. And then final option is going to be your full plank. So once again, that ball is going to be underneath your belly button. We're down on our forearms, but this time our legs are straight, and this time it would be a tiny forward back motion. And relax, move that ball out from under you for now, and then let's just windshield wiper those legs. We're gonna do one more plank, and you can do any of those 3 that we already did, or if you want to do the balance plank, that could be a pike plank. You'll come with that ball kind of under your ankles, probably, hands apart, forearms in line, lift it up, find your perfect plank. Feel free to stay here or pull your abs in and pike it up. Very nice. And you can do 2 more if you want, or you can meet me back once again, resting position, shell stretch. And when you come up from shell stretch, ball goes between your thighs, and let's just undulate forward, back, cow-cat. And let's go ahead and just get our side plank done. So, two versions of side plank. You choose how you want to come up in your side plank. You know, you can be on the sides of your thighs, top leg in front, bottom leg behind, or stacked. And then the ball barely touching you, give it a little love, get off of it. A little love and off. Love, off, love, off, love, off. Tiny move. So you are always welcome to stick with that. If you want to do the side plank balance, bottom leg on first, leave a lot of space for your top leg, and then come on up and straighten your legs out. Now you could try and roll the ball up towards you to give your hip the tiniest lift. So it's a little bit of a side plank hike, but don't worry about it if that one doesn't happen. Pretty challenging. So whichever one you're doing, give it another moment, and then meet me on the other side, please. So again, version one of the side plank, whether you're on sides of your thighs, toes in the air, staggered or stacked, the ball barely touches you, give it a little squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift, squeeze and lift. And you don't want to feel it in your shoulder. If you do, you might be squeezing down a little bit too much. And you're welcome to stay there. When you're ready, you can take a break or meet me here, or whatever you want to do. Again, that bottom foot goes on first, top leg is over top, legs go straight, and then option to roll the ball in and lift the hips. And as you are ready, meet me on your spine, bring that ball behind your legs, and let's just give it a nice squeeze here. Maybe let your hips rock a little bit side to side. And then we'll bridge up and put that ball underneath the tailbone so that you end up in a pelvic tilt when you bring your legs in tabletop. So remember, knees won't be out here to start, right? We're going to keep that 90 at the hip, so knees will be a little bit more over you. Deep breath in, exhale, staple your belly button to the spine, upper body completely relaxed. Maybe arms out in a T position, palms up, and then single leg toe touch. Of course, you won't touch your toe to the ground. That would put you in extension. Or single leg heel flex. Double leg toe touch. Double leg heel flex. Option to pivot the toes apart, heels together, frog position. Or option to go long lever, single leg or double leg. Then we're going to bridge up, lift those hips up. We're going to do one more round of toe touches. This is that kinesthetic awareness one, where you can either put the ball on your ribs and then sink the ribs down, or on your low abs and sink them down. I need to inflate my ball a little bit. All right, and then again, it could be a single leg toe touch, a single leg heel flex, both legs together toe touch, or both legs together heel flex, pivot open froggy, or long lever straight legs. Leave the ball where it is, give yourself a squeeze, take a little rock side to side. And then one last round for hamstrings and glutes. The bridge, but we have multiple parts of this. So option one, both feet on the bridge, heels down, toes over the front, knees are gonna wanna separate, so keep them together, hands by your side, lift up. That's one option. You could hover your hands for a little more challenge. You could put the hands back down and try a roll forward and back for your hamstrings. You could lift and lower your hips. You could put those two things together. You can do it with your hands hovering. You choose what works best for you. I'm gonna go ahead and preview the next bridge, and you can join me when you want, or stick with what you have. If you choose to do the next one, you'll have two more because it's single leg. Left heel is on the back of the ball, and my foot is a little further ahead than it was before. Lift up in your bridge, hover your hands, easy option, roll in and out. Big option, lift that right leg in or extend it up, you choose, and then you have options. You can lift and lower the leg, you could roll the ball in and out, you can lift and lower the hips, you can do all three. Lower, lift, out, in, down, up. Lower, lift, out, in, oops, sorry, you know. So whatever you want, or you can just hold and feel that hamstring and that glute engaging here. And relax. Ooh, we will stretch that left hamstring in a minute. Meanwhile, right foot on the ball, lift it up, stay here, hover, roll in, out, or left leg goes up, either tabletop or extended, doesn't matter, in, out, or up, down, or lower lift, you choose. And relax. Woo! All right, let's bring that ball behind the right hamstring and the calf and bring that right knee in. And let it kind of drop into your right shoulder. Get that hip flexor in a nice big fold. Roll through that right ankle. Point and flex. And then bring that right leg across so the knee comes close to your left shoulder, right arm to the side. That should be a beautiful stretch there. Slide that left leg out on the ground, flex through the heel. And then bring that right knee back through center. Flex through those right toes as you pull that knee down. And then you're gonna take that ball and create a nice 90 here. And then straighten that out. Ball goes behind the hamstring. Straighten that right leg as much as possible. Press into the ball with the hands and the leg. And then release the press. And do that one more time. Flex through the heel, push against the ball, pull against the ball, and relax. And then lower that right leg down. That should feel much better. And then bend the right knee and put the ball behind the left. And again, we're gonna hug it in. Get some movement here. Think about really creasing that hip flexor. Bring that left knee toward the right shoulder. Straighten out that right leg. Flex through that right heel. Bring it all back through center. Flex through the left heel. And let's go 90. And then up. Flex through that heel. Push the hamstring against the ball, but resist with the hands. Release. And do that one more time. And slowly lower. Oh, that should feel nice. Bring the soles of your feet together, please. I don't think you'll need the ball again, so you can let it go to the side. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs, lift them up. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, press open. Thread your needle, hug it in. Take some movement side to side. And then right leg crosses all the way over the left. Reach for that left shin if you can. Hug the knees up and over to the left. Nice deep stretch. Let's stay here for a moment. Maybe open the right arm to the side. And then eventually knees can drop left. As you come up through center, uncross, cross the left over the right, thread your needle. And then left knee all the way over the right. Reach for the shin if you can. Pull the knees in and up to the right. Hold there, but left arm can open to the left. And then we'll rotate right. And then you can just roll onto your right side to press yourself up onto your hands and knees. Undulate forward and back in your your turkey and your cat. And then we'll stack and find neutral. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, hover 4, 3, 2, 1, and press it up and back. Walk it back, hands on your thighs, cat and turkey, and curtsies. Thank you guys.